managed to get into the right segments. I did ice cream earlier. I'm back to
and
grilling.
now you've got the watermelon salad. Do you taste the sweet
this
heat?
is so tasty.
Oh, that's perfect.
That jalapeno is in there.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I love that recipe. So we'll have that on the show website after the show. You guys have the recipe.
But I want this, but then I also want this at my next party.
You know what? And they go together really well.
Yeah.
Like serve that salad course celebrating National Watermelon Month, and then that charcuterie board was actually inspired by one on watermelon.org. So that's a great website if you want watermelon inspiration. Of course, theproducemoms.com works too.
Of course,
but,
you know.
All right. So in addition to National Watermelon Month, we are also celebrating National Grilling Month, which, you know, at this time of year, all across the nation, people are firing up the grills, right?
I love the grilled onions.
Yeah, so one of my favorite things to do, and I feel like this is my contribution to National Grilling Month, is to remind everyone that you can grill your produce.
Yeah.
And one of the best items on the grill is absolutely onions. So whether you're doing kebabs like what we have here, these are chicken and onion kebabs.
Nice.
Yes, and those are ready to eat. Those are done.
But here's what I also love is if you're like, I just don't want to get outside and fire the grill, just do it here.
Yeah, do it
a
right
grill
in your
pan,
cup.
for sure. Yes, and you can even, I mean, with all the different tabletop technologies, like air fryers now have grilling function. I mean, there's so much. So, all right, I thought that it would be nice to show everyone how to actually cut an onion. So, this is one of my favorite onions, Tana Marinello Sweet Italian Red Onion. The reason I love these onions, I love red onions. They bring nice color to your dishes. They bring great flavor. Sweet. But the problem with some red onions is they're really spicy. So like when you're cutting them, it makes you cry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is like one of those things where once you cut one of these Tana Marinello Artisan Sweet Red Onions, you're like, wow, that's something I needed in my life that I didn't know I needed. Because you can cut through this whole red onion, no tears.
Whoa.
And then you can eat it. It's like mild enough where it's just like sweet onion flavor.
So how do we do this, Lauren?
Right. Well, it's all about the growers. This is an excellent grower. Look for that product when you're shopping in the produce department. So the first thing I want to demo is these. How I got these, which were these are like little wedges or slabs for the kebabs. So while I'm doing that, Amber, here's your at-home viewer tip. If you use bamboo kebabs, you really do need to soak them in water before you put your food on them. Did you know that?
Otherwise,
National
they
Grilling
burn
Month.
up.
That's right.
They'll catch fire, and then you got scorched sticks.
Yes. So for people who don't like to mix like the proteins and the veg on one skewer, it's always okay just to do a skewer that's veggies only, and you don't need quite as much time on the grill if you're just doing veggies only. So if one of you want to skewer the tomatoes and the...
Yeah, I love the grilled tomato idea, too.
Great. Okay, so now, while Amber is helping me with the... Yeah, don't poke yourself. While she's helping me...
What else do you want on here? Just tomatoes?
And then you can use some of these onion slabs, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so while she's helping me with that, I'm going to show everyone how to cut it like this. So the way I do it, I always take this end off first, okay? And then I like to cut down the middle of the onion. So there's two reasons I do that. First, it's always better when you're cutting to work with a flat surface. You're going to peel that outside layer. It just can be kind of tough. And so you peel that back.
Look how shiny and pretty that is.
I know,
like that's
right?
just a perfect color for a salad and things like that.
Okay, and then you take your knife almost like on where the ridges are on the onions.
Okay.
And you just give yourself enough space. So like I went about 1.5 inches here, and then the stem in here, you just slice it real close to the edge there. All right. And then you're going to have some parts in the middle that you'll just need to reserve for when you're doing dices. And then there's your perfect little slab. Yeah, isn't that nice?
Perfect. The cool thing when you do it that way too is that then it places like as a holder and the divider for the shish kebabs. That's
absolutely.
For me,
I agree with you. I agree. So did you get yours? There you go.
Look at that. That is very nice.
Delicate.
Good job.
Well
yeah, of course.
I also like grilled tomatoes, or even just maybe
I do too. Grilled pineapple. So we've already discussed how you can put that watermelon on the grill, and it's delicious.
And if you've never had that and you're thinking, oh, pineapple, like fruit on the grill, just try it. Because it's really good.
I agree.
Really
I'm the same way with onions. A lot of people will be like, oh, I don't like red onion. And it's like, well, if you have it grilled, it changes the profile of it.
It changes it totally. Yeah. So, and then these... you can keep them on the grill as long as you want, and then you can also When you're grilling veggies, it's kind of nice too. Sometimes you can either lay down foil or buy one of those grill mats or even a veggie pan.
Oh, yeah.
But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Just use an indoor pan or whatnot. All right, do we have time to show how to dice?
Maybe like 15 seconds.
I can dice this onion in 15 seconds.
And go.
All right, so you're going to do the same thing as we did with the slabs, but you're targeting like a thinner cut over the top, all right?
Okay.
Then you take your knife right down the middle here. If this were a bigger onion, you might have 2 of these horizontal cuts, and then you just
Look
cut
at
down.
that.
Isn't that amazing?
That's way easier than the way I try to do it.
Yep, and you
what I
can
was
literally
thinking.
go, even when you get down here, you can really minimize that food waste and get all that.
Good
there.
stuff. Lori
Lori.
Taylor.
Yes.
The best.
She's so good as always.
As always.
I'm going to take my watermelon. Did you
Same.
bring back ice cream?
So good.
Did you bring back ice cream?
Somewhere.
Hey, did you bring back ice cream?
We'll be right back.